Hello everyone and welcome to my CBS Soaps official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thursday, October 16, 2025. Today on Days of Our Lives, Leo quizzes EJ, Julie lays into Chad, and Kat spreads news about Tesoro. Chad tells Leo to run the EJ blackout story, brother or not. Then Jeremy gets home after his first day of teaching, which is still so weird. Since Thomas is in his class and still out sick, they talk a bit about his anger at Kat. Jeremy tells Chad to ignore his family. Julie forgave murderer Nick, Jack's forgiven over and over, and Saint Jennifer has her own skeletons in the closet. But Chad is still stuck on Thomas' anger. He has to do this for his kid. Jeremy asks if he can do anything, so Chad just asks him to keep an eye on Thomas in school. Leo barges into EJ's office to comment on his article, reading out what he wrote, which is a whole lot less news and a whole lot of opinion. EJ tells him on the record that the electrician has been fired and the hospital apologizes. Leo, for some reason, decides that ruins his story. Because running a story about what happened, who is responsible, and their statement isn't as fun as just using a newspaper to sensationalize things, Leo needs to go back to gossip columns. EJ then mocks Leo's heartbreak from Dimitri. Leo insists he's happy but does wonder about Dimitri sometimes. Any idea where he is? EJ hasn't heard anything and tries shooing Leo, but the reporter wants a story and starts throwing things out. EJ's visibly taken aback when Leo randomly asks who really shot him, but he covers and offers another story. Alex and Stephanie toast to her mystery novel heading to the presses. Wow, she's churning out more books than Stephen King. Alex wants Anastasia to do a book launch at Julie's grand reopening, promising her career will reach new heights by launching at a local bookstore. Then he notices the flowers in the trash and Stephanie tells him about Jeremy's visit. Alex promises if he comes back, Jeremy will have to deal with him. She insists that it wasn't a big deal and Alex dials it back. But he forgets about the lasagna he was making, then by the time he remembers, it's ruined. Instead, he runs out for takeout, leaving Stephanie to freeze at the sight of the trash flowers, turn around and lock the door behind Alex. Kat's trying to calm Aaron down on the phone as he runs through his Sophia mess. She tells him to run a DNA test and promises it'll work out just as Rafe shows up, pushing Tesoro. She tells him about Aaron and admits she's struggling right now between that and Chad. Rafe insists love has a way of finding a way. I've seen it happen. With everyone but you, Rafe, poor guy's one of the least lucky in love people in Salem. Kat shows him the photos she took of the secure room. She thinks EJ's plans are all centered around it. Foster visits Julie in the bookstore, promising her he feels like a new man after the hospital. He's decided not to leave Salem. His son got a job in Chicago, so he's got family nearby now. He doesn't want the bookstore back, but he wouldn't mind helping out part-time. She's in. Then they talk about her planned renovations, but then Kat steps in and Julie rushes out, asking Foster to close up. Have they even worked out pay for him? Foster chats Kat up and she says she loves his bookstore, only to learn it's Julie's now. Well, so much for hanging out there. She just tells Foster there's bad blood between her and the Hortons. Foster invites her to check out the books and Wuthering Heights catches her eye. As someone who loves books, that is a gorgeous addition. Then EJ shows up and it catches his eye as well. Rafe brings Tesoro into the pub next and then wastes no time in telling Roman the latest news about Sophia and Aaron. We're seeing the Salem gossip train moving in real time here, people. Then Alex shows up for his lasagna, followed shortly by Jeremy. Roman greets them both happily, but Alex and Rafe are visibly upset. Julie gets home and gives Chad grief about Kat showing up at the bookstore. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. And Chad agrees. He tells Julie her tone's getting old, so she tells him she's disappointed in him. When she breaks out the tears, Chad is fed up. What else does she want from him? I don't think there's a damn thing you can do about it. Julie storms off, which honestly should have been Chad. Leo visits Stephanie, invites himself in, and tells her he heard a rumor about Anastasia Sands. Well, EJ ratted her out fast. She won't spill anything but warns him not to run anything without confirmation. As Alex is about to head out with his lasagna, he introduces himself to Jeremy, who has no clue who he is. Didn't Jeremy already see Alex and Stephanie together? Stay the hell away from her, Alex warns. Jeremy glares at him and says he will. Thursday, October 16, 2025. Today on Days of Our Lives, Leo quizzes EJ, Julie lays into Chad, and Kat spreads shocking news about Tesoro that shakes Salem's gossip chain from the pub to Horton Square. At the DiMera mansion, Chad paces in front of the fireplace, the flickering light bouncing off his clenched jaw. His phone buzzes again, another message from the Spectator newsroom, but he ignores it. He's too distracted, still reeling from his argument with Thomas earlier that morning. Jeremy, just in from his first day of teaching at Salem High, sets his satchel down on the sofa. The exhaustion in his eyes tells a story, but Chad hardly notices until Jeremy clears his throat. "Rough day?" Jeremy asks, loosening his tie. Chad laughs without humor. "Rough week, rough month, take your pick." Jeremy sits, watching his brother pace like a caged lion. "If this is about Thomas." "Of course it's about Thomas," Chad snaps, then softens. "He's angry at Kat, angry at me for letting her into our lives. He says I can't see what everyone else does, that she's trouble. But he doesn't understand. She's trying. I thought she was changing." Jeremy crosses his legs, thoughtful. "You're doing what every parent does, Chad, trying to make it right for your kid. But sometimes, doing what's best means letting people hate you for a while." Chad looks away, conflicted. "He won't even talk to me. How do I reach him if he won't listen?" "Then you don't force it," Jeremy replies. "You give him time. Meanwhile," he smiles faintly, "I'll keep an eye on him at school, make sure he's not stewing too deep in it." Chad exhales, some relief in his eyes. "Thanks, I owe you." Jeremy chuckles. "You owe me dinner, but we'll call it even for now." Before Chad can reply, his phone buzzes again, this time from Leo Stark. "Perfect," Chad mutters, "just what I need." At the Salem Spectator, Leo's heels click dramatically across the tile floor as he bursts into EJ's office, waving a printout of his latest article. "EJ DiMera," he announces, like he's entering a courtroom instead of a newsroom. "Care to comment on the most scandalous headline Salem's seen in months?" EJ barely looks up from his desk. "If this is about that ridiculous piece you submitted on the blackout, consider this my comment, retract it." Leo, undeterred, perches on the edge of the desk. "Oh, come now. The people deserve to know how the mighty DiMera empire nearly went up in smoke, literally." "The only thing going up in smoke," EJ says coolly, "is your journalistic credibility. The electrician responsible has been terminated, the hospital issued an apology, and the matter is closed." Leo gasps. "You're saying my story is dead?" "I'm saying," EJ leans forward, "it never had a pulse." For a moment, Leo's facade falters, then his gossip-hungry grin returns. "Fine, no blackout scandal, but maybe I'll pivot. Human interest, Salem's most eligible bachelor still nursing a broken heart over Dmitri von Leuschner." EJ raises a brow. "Is that your story or your diary entry, Stark?" Leo's eyes flicker. "Touché, but you have to admit Dmitri had flair, tragic, mysterious European flair." EJ smirks. "If by flair you mean felony, then yes, he was quite extraordinary." Leo sighs dramatically. "Any idea where he is these days?" EJ's tone tightens. "None whatsoever now, if that's all." But Leo isn't finished. He glances at EJ's framed photo on the desk, EJ and Nicole at the DiMera gala, then blurts out, "Who really shot you anyway?" EJ freezes, his eyes flash, then in an instant he masks it with a politician's smile. "That's old news, Leo, ancient history." History, Leo murmurs, has a way of repeating itself. At Stephanie's apartment, the mood couldn't be more different. Alex has set out candles, pasta, and a bottle of wine. The lasagna in the oven smells amazing until it doesn't. Stephanie laughs as Alex frantically waves at the smoke detector. "You had one job." "Hey, I was distracted," Alex says with mock offense. "Your beauty and brilliance threw me off." She rolls her eyes but blushes. Flattery won't save that dinner. "Fine, I'll grab takeout from the pub," he says, grabbing his keys. But when he passes the trash can, something catches his eye, a bouquet of wilted flowers stuffed inside. He frowns. "What's this?" Stephanie hesitates. "Jeremy dropped by earlier, those were from him, it was anything." Alex stiffens, the easy charm fading from his face. "Jeremy, as in your ex, Jeremy Hunter." "Yes, Alex," she says tiredly. "He stopped by to congratulate me on the book, that's all." Alex's jaw tightens. If he comes back. Then I'll handle it, Stephanie interrupts. Please don't make this a thing. He exhales, trying to reel himself in. Okay, I trust you. He leans in, kisses her forehead, then rushes out for takeout. Stephanie stares after him, her hand unconsciously drifting toward the trash flowers. Her reflection in the window looks unsure, like she's questioning everything she thought was stable. Then, almost impulsively, she locks the door behind him. At Kat's apartment, she's packing with her phone to her ear. Aaron's voice is ragged on the other end. Kat, Sophia's saying Tesoro's not mine, can you believe that? Kat sighs. Aaron, calm down, you need proof, not panic. Run a DNA test and deal with facts, not feelings. I can't wait weeks for that, he snaps. What if she's right? She's not, Kat insists, though her tone wavers. It'll work out, I promise. Just then, there's a knock. She opens the door to find Rafe Hernandez standing there, holding little Tesoro. Hey, he greets softly, mind if I come in? She gestures him inside, surprised. You're babysitting now. Temporary arrangement, he jokes, bouncing the toddler. Roman needed a hand. Her smile falters. Everything's chaos between Aaron, Chad, and Julie. I don't even know where I stand anymore. Rafe sits beside her, his tone gentle. Love has a way of sorting itself out, trust me, I've seen it happen. Kat smirks sadly, with everyone but you, maybe. He chuckles, touché. Then she pulls out her phone. You'll want to see this, she says, showing him the photos she took, the secret blueprints from the hospital's restricted wing. EJ's hiding something, Rafe. I think this room is the key. Rafe's brows knit, then we'll find out what. Later, at the Brady pub, Rafe carries Tesoro inside as the usual crowd gathers, Roman behind the counter, the smell of chowder in the air. Roman looks up, surprised. Hey little guy, you bringing trouble with you today? Rafe grins, always, and news too, Sophia, saying Tesoro might not be Aaron's. Roman's brows shoot up. Oh boy, the Salem gossip train just left the station. First stop here, Rafe says dryly. Moments later, Alex rushes in to pick up his ruined dinner replacement, and then Jeremy follows, clearly unaware of the tension brewing. Roman's cheerful, look who's here, two familiar faces. But Alex and Jeremy exchange an instant glare, sparks and daggers in equal measure. Before anything escalates, Rafe steps in. Play nice, boys, there's enough drama in this town already. You have no idea, Alex mutters. At the Horton bookstore, Foster arrives to help Julie close up. He's beaming, looking stronger since his time in the hospital. Decided against leaving Salem, he announces. My son's in Chicago now, close enough to visit, far enough not to borrow money. Julie laughs, then you're hired part-time, just in time for the reopening. Their laughter fades when Kat walks in, her presence instantly tightening Julie's smile. Julie grabs her purse. Foster, would you mind locking up? As she hurries out, Kat sighs. Guess she didn't read the welcome all sign. Foster shrugs kindly. Julie's protective of her family. Salem loyalty runs deep. Kat wanders the aisles, letting her fingers brush the old spines. Beautiful place, shame it isn't yours anymore. Mine, Foster chuckles. It's Julie's now, always has been. Kat forces a smile, then notices a weathered copy of Wuthering Heights. This one's a favorite, she murmurs. Tragic romance, Foster says, seems your style. She looks up, startled, as EJ appears in the doorway, eyes locked on the same book. Fitting choice, don't you think? He says smoothly. Kat stiffens, depends who you're rooting for, Kathy or Heathcliff. EJ smiles thinly. I always did prefer the villains. Back at the Horton house, Julie bursts in, fuming. Chad looks up from his laptop. Don't start, he warns. Oh, I'll start, Julie fires back. That woman, that Kat, was in my store tonight. Have you lost your mind letting her anywhere near us? Chad slams his laptop shut. Julie, I am done with this tone. You've made your opinion clear 1,000 times. She's poisoned, Chad, and you're too blind to see it. His patience snaps. You forgave Nick Fallen after everything he did. Jack, been forgiven 10 times over. Even Saint Jennifer has her secrets. But I'm not allowed to move on, to make my own mistakes. Julie's eyes well with tears. I'm disappointed in you. He exhales shakily. What else do you want me to do, Julie? I don't think there's a damn thing you can do about it, she snaps, storming upstairs. For a long moment, Chad just stands there silent, furious, and broken. Later that night, Leo arrives at Stephanie's apartment, holding a bag of cookies. Peace offering, he sings. She sighs but lets him in. What now? Oh, nothing much, he says casually. Just that a little bird told me Anastasia Sands isn't who she claims to be. Stephanie's eyes go wide. Where did you hear that? EJ, Leo admits, then winks. He loves to gossip when he's cornered. Don't you dare print that, Leo. I mean it, she warns. Relax, darling, he says. I don't publish without proof. That's when the door opens, Alex returning with the lasagna. But before he can even set the bag down, he notices Jeremy in the hallway behind him. Jeremy blinks. Hey. Alex steps forward, blocking the doorway. Stay the hell away from her. Jeremy's calm, but his voice cuts like ice. I will. The tension is thick enough to slice through. Stephanie just stares between them, realizing, maybe too late, that her love life is becoming the next Salem headline. And somewhere across town, EJ DiMera stands outside the dimly lit bookstore, flipping through the Wuthering Heights copy Cat had touched moments earlier. His phone buzzes with a message, one word. Ready. He smirks, always. And the camera pans out on Salem's night, quiet, deceptive, and full of secrets ready to explode. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.